Welcome to Ask Dr. Reg. I'm Dr. Regina Nelson, and I have a question from Janelle. Janelle says she's heard about microdosing and with cannabis, and she wanted me to explain how it works and did I know if it would help her manage chronic pain. So, to start with, what is microdosing cannabis? It means that you're not taking more than 1 to 2 milligrams of a single or mix of cannabinoids at any given time. And even with that little, you can get an endocannabinoid system reaction. Absolutely. But what I've heard from a lot of people who are kind of preaching these is, well, do this at the top of every hour if you need it. Reach for it as often as you need. So what I do is I say, do that and see what it takes you to start getting on the top of your pain. When I contact you a week or two into treatment and you tell me you're doing 18 to 20 drops a day, I'm going to say, okay, stop. Let's divide that by 4 doses a day. You're taking 20 drops, it's 5 drops 4 times a day. I want you to switch. Instead of doing it every hour, I want you to take this larger macro dose 4 times a day. And you know what? That's when you'll get control of your pain. Really get control of your pain. I see it over and over and over again. So for me, what I've seen, and I know I will have a lot of medical doctors who will argue this with me, who are out preaching microdosing. Please note that they're also selling you those products from their office. That means you're paying them and you're paying them again. Think about that. Think about how often you're using that microdose. A company here in Colorado a few years back, I don't think they exist anymore, or at least have the same product. So I'm going to say what it was. It was called a chill pill. And these little chill pills look like little Tic Tacs, and they were just 1 milligram of THC. And I knew so many people that are like, I had problems with THC before this, but after this is great. I can just take this 1 milligram and it's all good. But then they were taking 50 or 60 of those a week. So I'm like, okay, let's think about that, and think about you taking a 5 milligram dose every night before you go to sleep. People would be a little worried, but they weren't so worried about that mini dose. So I like to get people comfortable with that and then see about breaking it up into a little more common patient dosing, not even macrodosing. I would consider macrodosing really what people do if they're going after something like cancer, HIV, a recent HIV exposure, or something like that, where they want to hit something hard and with a huge dose of cannabinoids. I have done that. It's definitely macrodosing. What I'm suggesting is more common patient dosing. But microdosing just means these little bits. Some people have excellent chance of getting on top of their pain with that. Others don't. They need more common patient dosing, or maybe even pushing on up a little bit. The animal studies are really broad on pain. But the other piece to that, again, is, well, what are you getting with the opiates? If you're reducing your opiate intake, that is better for you. So you're trying to get on top of it, again, through microdosing is great. But pick up a copy of the Survivor's Guide. It's often got a point where you're going to want to switch to more common patient dosing. Hi, it's Dr. Regina Nelson with Ask Dr. Reg and the Cannacian Leadership Academy. Do you want to know more about how to expand your cannabis career, be a better leader in this new crazy industry? Well, check me out on my website. Check out the Cannacian Leadership Academy and Higher Hopes Women in Leadership. It's a subscription service that's got some great bonus content.